Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Captain Zimomi. It's been a real pleasure for me to be in Nagaland these last couple of days, 3 days, and I must say it's been, for me, an introduction to the beauty of the state and the warmth and generous hospitality of the people. So I want to, through you, thank the people of Nagaland for the very warm welcome I've had during my visit here. I have a short statement for you which I'll read out, which will be circulated to all of you, and then I'll take your questions. As we know, Nagaland goes to a vote on the 27th of February 2023, and people must think before they vote. They should not repent for the next 5 years. If they want to think about their future, the time is now before the 27th. We know there is no infrastructure development in Nagaland. The disruptions in the power supply, the lack of clean drinking water, particularly in the rural areas, the lack of good governance, schools are inadequate, hospitals are not there. You are the only state in India without a medical college. You have no cancer center. It's been a really disappointing performance that Nagaland has had to endure. And all the government schemes, much touted in Delhi, such as Ujjwala Yojana and others, have either not been attempted here or have simply not happened. Infrastructure has been promised but not delivered. In fact, we've seen it completely going the way of the corruption. All the promises have created incomplete mausoleums, like the Dimapur State Sports Stadium, the High Court building, ISA, the Indian Institute of Science, Education and Research, and the Medical College. All of these were promised, money allegedly was allocated, but the people of Nagaland have not seen the results on the ground in terms of actual buildings. The money that should be going to the people is getting into the pockets of those who wish to live like kings for the next 5 years after having lived like kings for some years already and having developed their own properties extremely well. The manifesto of the BJP is a document which means little, as hollow promises made in the previous election of 2018 have not been fulfilled and no one wants to mention them. The manifesto does not even mention the political solution they've been announcing since 2015, but which has never materialized. Last election, they said election for solution. Election is over, now a new election is coming, still no solution. That's the real question that we need to ask the BJP. For the Congress party, the manifesto is a vow we take to fulfill the promises we make. And we have a copy of this, which I believe has been circulated to all of you already. The 7 guarantees of the Congress include the old age pension for senior citizens at 3,000 rupees a month, 33% reservation for women in the urban local bodies, a mini secretariat at Tuansang for the eastern region, payment of 100% of Manrega, the Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme, loans for higher education at 0% interest, clean drinking water and sanitation for all urban and rural areas, and compulsory sports training for youth after their IISLC, but with the facilities also being made available. I've been having a lot of interactive sessions with young people in both Kohima and Dimapur, and it's clear they're seriously concerned about their future, and in particular about unemployment and corruption, which is undermining their dreams. The slogan, Congress Aase, Upay Aase, means there is hope and a way forward for the Congress, for Nagaland if the Congress is there. The BJP had asked the Congress party to debate on the manifesto, and we had accepted the challenge, demanding that the BJP explain its stand on 3 issues: the solution to the Nagaland political issue, which the BJP had said it was going to be an election for solution in 2018, the protection of Article 371A, which falls afoul of the BJP's entire logic of one nation, one culture, one language, one religion, one leader, which is what they're propagating throughout the Hindi belt in northern India. But they've got a politics of saying one thing in the Hindi belt and something else in the northeast. And it's time we call them out for this and demanded to know what is their real stand. And on the third point, of course, why won't they condemn and take action against those Sangh Parivar organizations that have been attacking Christian churches, particularly since Christmas, and the statement of the Janjati Dharma Sanskriti Suraksha Manch from Guwahati calling for the delisting of all Christian tribals from Adivasi benefits. What is the BJP's real stand on this, and why won't they denounce it? Now with the clean election movement of the Nagaland Baptist Church Council asking candidates to debate, our invitation should have been welcomed by the BJP. But after the president of the Nagaland Pradesh Congress Committee, whom I met this morning again, Mr. K. Tharoor, publicly announced at the Congress President's rally that he was ready for a debate, the BJP has sent a text message to a well-known Nagaland daily that they have no intention of debating. Why are they frightened of a debate? Why are candidates running from common platform events? If they've been in power for 20 long years, they need to answer the people's questions. Democracy is about accountability. It's not only about casting votes every 5 years, it's about what happens between those elections. And I must say that the people of Nagaland deserve better, they deserve answers. I think I'll stop there for a minute. I think it's extremely important that I take your questions, and since we do have a flight to catch, I don't want to take up more time at the podium. The floor is yours, and Captain Zimomi will conduct the press conference by inviting those who raise their hands to ask. That is true?
We are discussing with, like-minded secular parties to have an alternative government, because we are very sure it will be a fractured mandate this time. The way they are promising, the NDPP and BJP, that they will get 40-50, it will be in the air only. We are very sure of that.
So, I think it's very clear that whatever individuals may choose to do for themselves, that the party stands for certain principles and values which are consistent throughout India. I think the one good thing you can say about the Congress is what we say in Nagaland, we also say in Delhi, we also say in Kerala. And as far as we're concerned, our message, our vision is one and it's consistent. Unfortunately, we have a ruling party that speaks one language in one place and another language somewhere else. And that's the issue that we want to highlight to all of you. What does the BJP really stand for in Nagaland? Can they give the people of Nagaland the assurances that the people of Nagaland clamour for and deserve? Yes, on the question of the attacks, I'm planning to raise that in Parliament myself, because I think it's important that our Christians have a good sense of what exactly is going on in our politics, that a small minority, which is only 2.6% of the population of India, should not be feeling beleaguered, threatened and intimidated by these louts with the impunity that comes from the silence of the government condoning their actions. It really looks as if these smaller parties have become proxy candidates for each other. It looks like, in addition to talking about being allies, there is really a competition between the two to see who gets more seats. Because very clearly, if Mr. Rio's party gets more seats, they will aim for the chief ministership, and the BJP wants the other thing. I think the Naga people should see through these games and understand that these proxy parties are actually serving the interests of some rather venal politicians. And they should ignore and reject all of them and turn to the Congress, where we actually have people who are standing, who have a track record of being activists in Nagaland society, who have served the people here, and who have a vision to try and do something different for the people. So, frankly, just as you've seen for the last 5 years, an assembly without an opposition, these are fake contests. These are fake contests between proxies of the same people, of the same government that is now leaving office in disgrace.